Gach dinner. If we remember the campaign we led to get rid of the anti-Irish propaganda from the Irish education system, where they depicted traditional Irish people as being racist, the next thing is anti-Semitic propaganda in the Irish education system, which is definitely being implanted in there by people from the Irish media. Jesus is from Palestine, apparently. Yeah, no. Say that Jesus was born in Bethlehem, which is now a part of Palestine. Palestine didn't exist at the time that Jesus was born. The land of Palestina, which Palestine gets its name from, stopped existing for, I don't know, a few hundred years before coming back again as Palestina. So, the reason why this is important is because the teachings of Jesus in Irish society is really, really important. And it's important that people are told that Jesus was Jewish, Jesus was from the land of Israel, and is meant to help us unite with the people of Israel. We referred to him as being from Nazareth for a reason, because that's how people did nationhood back then. He would be referred to as being from Nazareth, which is where his family's from. It was in northern Galilee, and they were definitely a Jewish family, in comparison to referring to Palestine, which Palestine didn't exist back then. So why are they doing this? Well, they're also downplaying the effects of the Holocaust. They're referring to Auschwitz, which is a big concentration camp that I visited in Poland. They're referring to as a prisoners of war camp. So using this kind of language kind of implies that if they were prisoners of war, that maybe that they were doing something wrong and deserve to be there. Because prisoners of war is just something we kind of just acknowledge what happens in the war, as opposed to intentional ethnic cleansing of Jewish people, Polish people, and tens of millions of other people across Europe. So, they're trying to cut us off from our Jewish spiritual heritage, downplaying the damage done during the Holocaust, which then leads to kind of this weird pro-Palestinian propaganda that's now in the education system. So sure, some of the things that they're talking to here about Palestine is true, but it's all from the perspective of the Palestinians, and we almost never hear the perspective of Israeli people or Jewish people in either the Irish education system, in the Irish media, or politics. Like the other night, the 10 leaders' debates, they all support aggression and war against the nation of Israel, and they were wearing terrorist symbols on their lapels, which is against the 2005 Terrorist Act in Ireland. So, cutting Irish people off from our spiritual Jewish heritage, downplaying the damage done during the Holocaust, promoting Palestinian propaganda. Why aren't we talking about all the bombings happening in Israel at the moment? Like, this is a new one today. Eilat Beach, which is at the south of Israel, is being attacked by drones. I believe they're coming from Iraq, and I can tell you in advance that when Israel retaliates against the militants in Iraq, they're going to phrase it as Israel is invading Iraq, as opposed to what is actually happening is that Israel is being bombed from people from Iraq, Yemen, Syria, Iran, Lebanon, Gaza, the West Bank, being attacked from many, many different directions. And all being justified as a just war against Israel. I will remind Christians that the just war theory is not a proper Christian doctrine. It's just a belief system that some people who are Christian have. So, if you kind of see the picture being painted here, they hate us Irish, they hate our culture, they hate the Irish working class, they want us to cut us off from our Jewish heritage. They want to depict World War II as some kind of just conflict between people as opposed to the rise of an evil ideology, promoting pro-Palestinian propaganda, and they're not alerting the Irish people of the daily bombings and the alerts that we read every day, and the fact that everyone in Israel has to hide in a bunker at the moment. So this is all very suspicious, which is why I encourage you people to support the Sword of Iron, go over to Israel, volunteer on a farm, work for an Israeli charity, learn about Israeli culture, learn about the Irish Jewish community, and let's unite together, unite Ireland as one nation, and defeat jihadism and the housing crisis. Aaron Gabra, Am Yisrael High.